overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. As we get a peek at Matt Ryan, a man who's been in the league since back in 2008.
We talk so much about how coaches script things, especially on offense, to start a season, to start a game, whatever it is. Could they have scripted a better start in terms of playing? Offensive Player of the Week in the NFC, and his team won their season opener.
Absolutely. Perfect start to the year, but all the talk was, hey, that was week one. Now we got to move forward.
Let's do it again in week two. That's what he's told his teammates.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Ready, 280.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Here now the offensive starters for Atlanta.
And one of my favorite players in the league is Devontae Freeman. 29 rushing touchdowns the last 3 years. Knows how to put the ball in the end zone. Can catch it out of the backfield and plays with a passion that few players in the league can match.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Ready, 25.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. So quick on the spin.
Oh, he's spinning, man.
Brown with his stick skills. Fights through it, now a crease. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Steelers now for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect. A
lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Ron Rivera didn't get the nickname Riverboat Ron for nothing. His guys are going to go for 2 here.
That boy's got 4 down.
Operating from the gun. Gardner. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it early to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
280, right 25.
On second down, Freeman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going to, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even
Automatic
call
first down.
going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Ryan. The short one here, complete to his tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
An absolute force off the edge is Khalil Mack. His 3rd straight season with double-digit sacks in 2017. And he gets it done in a variety of ways. Has strength to bull rush people. Has excellent pass rushing moves to make people miss on his way back to the quarterback. And sometimes he just absolutely outruns the blockers to get to him and put him on the ground in the pocket.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Khalil Mack coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. This Carolina D was 3rd in the NFL in sacks last year.
And sometimes that surprises people when they hear that, because who's the dominant pass rusher that you think of putting up double-digit sacks? They do it collectively as a unit and get to the quarterback.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, now he bowls him over. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. For the former Tar Heel, Elijah Hood. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
On the carry, it's Hood.
Whoosh. That crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Ron Rivera didn't get the nickname Riverboat Ron for nothing. His guys are going to go for 2 here.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, Gardner, and they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team, because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Gano out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Ryan. And that's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The Falcons on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. Play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Carolina. 52 yards.
And that's the first mark on the stat sheet for the 4-time first-team All-Pro. How about this? Over 1,000 yards 6 times in his career and just 2 yards away in 2013 of being over 1,500 yards in 4 of his last 5 seasons.
Set! Blue landing!
On 1st and 10, Gardner. Over the middle here to Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
3-19!
Back to throw. Gardner. That is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. That'll bring up 2nd down. And here now the offense for Carolina.
Looking at the perimeter, and that means taking a good long look at Antonio Brown. 100 or more catches in 5 straight seasons. Led the NFL with 1,533 yards despite missing 2 games in 2017. And what really makes him go? His ability to run all the routes and make great contested catches.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second down. Here's an option right. Oh, the spin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. It's their second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Extra point try, good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And now running right through it. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Hood on the ground, spinning away. Now another. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Right back to him on 1st down. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff looking right. And he spins through. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He has a lead instinct from his
56,
linebacker spot.
lucky
He's able to
56.
diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. Going to get a playoff here as time will expire on this 1st quarter. 23-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Gardner, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gardner. And pressure gets to him again. Vic Beasley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Gardner. He's going to go deep. He's got it at the 15. A big 3rd down play there for the Panthers. 43 yards. On 1st down, they're going option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Gardner. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gano now to add the extra point. Gano the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So that one a long 11-play drive, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. The Panther rush just too strong. They get there and take him down. Thomas Davis with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! Speed!
Back to throw. Gardner rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right. Here we go now.
Throwing again. Gardner. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And now running right through it. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gardner. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big 3rd down play there for the Panthers. 43 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll run it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try the option right here on 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, Gardner. And this is caught. He hits more. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
right, here we go.
Off the play fake. Gardner. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Blue 80, ready, Blue 80.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. His throw incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
4 down, 4 down. Ready, back 25.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Tight end to the right, boy, tight end to the right. Move. Blue 80, sit down. Blue 80. Blue 80, sit down.
Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Ready, sit down. Right 25.
They go play action with Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you just got a whole lot of guys.
He is a well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
25.
Operating from the gun. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. 20, 10, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Ron Rivera didn't get the nickname Riverboat Ron for nothing. His guys are going to go for 2 here.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Following the fumble recovery, Gardner. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45. A reminder coming up at halftime, the coach is back. He made it through the first weekend. That's the good news, and he's going to regale you with stats and scores from around the NFL here in the early games in Week 2.
You think he questioned coming back for Week 2, having to work with us?
I think he did. He's just happy that he is far away in Orlando. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready, black 25.
Following the fumble recovery, Ryan, he's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
It almost seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not over.
There he goes, right side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
You got 4. Ready, black 25.
Play action, Ryan. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, Ryan throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons claw one back. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball.
And now it's blocked. And all the defense has it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Off play action, Gardner. midfield, almost to the 40s before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Side right here, side on the right, side on the right. Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Throwing on 1st down. Gardner. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Set! 3-19!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gardner. Caught left side by Funchess. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. Carson Wentz lighting things up. 3 touchdown passes there. From there, we head up to our nation's capital and check on the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Alex Smith has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And that one all even as they play the visiting Cleveland Browns.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together? Of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out.